All right. 612. Standard form and x equals number or y equals number, which are special lines. Okay. These two are special. They are vertical and horizontal. We'll talk about that. But those are special lines.
Oh, toasty now.
These right here are what we just did. These are in slope-intercept form. Okay, so real quickly, again, don't worry about being too specific. 3x plus 1. Let's try this again. Okay, so plus 1, let's say you got it right here. And then negative 3 means down 3, right 1, up 3, left 1. Something like that. Very easy. 1/2 x minus 4, we're going to start down here, negative 4. And I'm just estimating. Up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. Something like that, kind of a flatter line. I'm not being very specific because they're very tiny graphs. Okay, we got the general idea though of where it goes through on the y-axis and about what the steepness is. Now, we know that y equals x is that diagonal line that way. Well, y equals negative x is just the diagonal going the opposite direction. It's the same line, just flipped over. And negative 3/5 x minus 6, let's put a dot somewhere around here. And we're going to go up 3, right 5. We're going to go further than we go up 3, left 5, or down 3, right 5. Either way. And I'm just estimating. Basically, the left, right should be more than the up, down. Yeah. Now, with these, we can easily put them in slope-intercept form. So we're just going to move this over like we've already done and get y equals positive 4x plus 3. So again, positive 3 is going to be somewhere around there. Up 4, right 1, down 4, left 1. Just a pretty steep slope, something like that. And let's just review what we just did. We want to move this 2x over. Okay, the 3y is still going to be there. The 2x becomes negative 2x when we move it over. The 9 stays negative. And now when we divide by 3, remember, we're dividing each term by 3. So we get y equals negative 2/3 x. We want to keep a fraction, minus 3. So again, my slope is somewhere, my y-intercept is somewhere down here on negative 3. My slope being negative means down 2, right 3, or up 2, left 3. Something like that. Just approximately. All right. Another option for linear equations in standard form is to leave it and instead use the cover-up method. So ax plus by equals c. So the x-intercept, by plugging in 0 for y, and find the y-intercept by plugging in 0 for x. Now, these will all work because notice 2 and 4 go into 12, 3 and 1 go into 6, and 5 and 2 go into 20. If the left side, those numbers are factors of the right side, if A and B are factors of C, go ahead and do this method. If not, rewrite it in slope-intercept form. Okay, so for the x-intercept, I'm going to plug in a 0 for y. And for y-intercept, I'm going to plug in a 0 for x, like so. Now we're going to do that across the board. So let's get that out of the way right now. Now, remember, this is also called coverup method because technically when you plug in a 0, like let's say I plug in a 0 for x, or for y. Okay? So I'm going to plug in a 0 for y. When I plug a 0 in here, 4 times 0 is 0. hence the cover-up method, because it makes that disappear. So my x ends up being 6. Consequently, when I plug a 0 in for x, that makes that disappear. And my y is 3. When I plug in a 0 for x, right, then I get 4y equals 12. Divide by 4, y equals 3.
What you said the 2?
But he covered that up.
I plugged a 0 in for the x. 0 times 2 is 0. Hence the cover method. The 0 makes it disappear. Now, it's very easy, like we talked about previously. You just go to 6, 0, put a dot somewhere around there. 0, 3, put a dot, and then you just connect the dots. Now think about it. Why is it a negative slope? Well, if we wanted to solve for y, we would move this over here and it'd become negative 2x. And then when we divide by 4, we get negative 2 over 4, or negative 1/2. So over here, I'm going to plug a 0 in for y. Now be careful here. Again, you can just cover up with your finger. You can literally cross it out if you want, but then again, you have to erase it. So if I cover up the y, I put a 0 in for y. When I divide by negative 3, x is going to end up being positive 2.
Good job.
When I plug the 0 in here, that's nothing to do. I already know what it is. Y is negative 6. Now, I just put my dots on there. 2, 0 is, about here. 0, negative 6 is about there. There's my line. Again, if I was solving for y, and I moved negative 3x over, it would become positive 3x. And this would be a very easy one to solve for y, because I'm done. 3x minus 6. I begin at negative 6, I go up 3, right 1, I'm done. Over here, put a 0 in for y. Sorry, my bad, backwards. Which you want to make sure, notice here, the y comes first, right? So when I cover up my y, because it's not in normal position, it's not in standard form, my x is going to be 10. And when I cover up the x, which was backwards, my y is going to be negative 4. Negative 20 divided by positive 5 is negative 4. Now, 10, 0 is out here. 0, negative 4 is down here somewhere. And there's my positive slope. Again, if I would have moved that over, it would have been 2x. So my slope would be 2 over 5. All right, same thing. These all work. Okay? 2 and 7 both go into 14. 2 and 6 go into 18. 5 and 10 going, 5 and 1 going to 10. Unless you need more practice, I think you got it down. So it's very simple. Cover up, plug a 0 in, solve for the missing one. Okay, now the special lines. This is very important. When there's only one variable, the line is not slanted. If it's x equals the number, okay, x equals the number, it only crosses the x-axis. It's vertical. And if it's y equals a number, the line only crosses the y-axis. It's horizontal. Now, here's how, if you get confused, and people get confused by this all the time, you don't have to memorize it. Here's an easy way to remember it. X is 3. X is always 3. So here's how you can remind yourself if you forget this. Just make up like 3 points and you'll see what's happening. X is 3. X is always 3. X is going to remain 3. Y changes. So 0, 5, 10. And then graph that. 3, 0. 3, 5. 3, 10. Oh, that's right. That's a vertical line. Y equals 2. Y is always going to be 2. So put 2 in for Y. And then just pick some numbers. Negative 10, 0, 10. Okay. Negative 10, 2. 0, 2. 10, 2. Oh, that's right. It's a horizontal line. You don't have to memorize it. Just think. X equals something. X is always that number. So for this one, x equals negative 4. That's going to be a vertical line through negative 4. Like so. Okay, you don't have to worry about drawing these because it's going to be kind of a pain on here, but I just want you to watch. So, y equals 3x. That is going to go through here and have a slope of 1, 2, 3, 1, and so 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. And here's my line right there. That's horrible.
It's the fourth.
No. Oh, the whole thing moved. Look at that. That's just a mess. Wow.
That's what.
1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Close enough. Now, if I have 3x plus 2, has my slope changed? No. So what happens to this line? It just moves up 2 spots. So instead of crossing at 0, it's going to cross here at 2. 3x minus 4. That means the same line is just going to go through negative 4 right there. 3x plus 8, it's going to be right there. Cross at 8. And 3x minus 9 is going to cross right there. Okay? So it's the exact same slope. So it says, what do you notice? M is the same. The slope is the same. The y-intercept changes. Okay? So it's just altering it.